Today, we will be learning how to use TCC library databases. These databases have recently been updated, so spring 2017 is the first semester using the new website. In the TCC databases, you will find full-text journals, articles, books, and other publications that you'll need to incorporate into your own research work. For the purpose of this video, I'll use Safari as my browser. Whichever browser you decide to use might have a different appearance though. Once you have opened your browser, go to my.tccd.edu and then log in using your username and password. Your username and password should be the same you use to log into My Web Advisor and Blackboard. The page will then direct you to your Blackboard homepage. On the left of the screen, there is a column titled My TCC Resources. 7 links down, you will find TCC Library. Click on that link. We will be focusing on the TCC databases, which are on the right side of the page. If you are having trouble figuring out how the TCC databases work, these red, green, and blue tabs can answer any questions you may have. Underneath TCC article databases, you will find 2 different drop-down tabs. To locate a database, you can either search the alphabetical list or you can browse by subject. I personally find it easier to search alphabetically. This might be something to leave in mind, especially if your instructor wants you to use a specific database for your research. In this class, we focus on literature and literary criticism, so some databases you will be using for this class are the Literature Resource Center, which focuses on literature, Master File Premier, Academic Search Complete, both of which come in handy if you're researching a very large, broad topic, and also Gale and EBSCOhost. The difference between Gale and EBSCOhost is that Gale is a producer and EBSCOhost is an aggregator. What this means is that Gale, the producer, actually produces new research, videos, and other helpful materials for students. EBSCOhost, on the other hand, aggregates or collects resources that others have produced or created. Both are useful, but keep in mind what each source focuses on because that can help you streamline your research. Once you have chosen the database you want to use, you may have to log in using your TCC Web Advisor username and password again. If you are on campus, the screen will not direct you to log in, but if you are at home or somewhere else, you will be asked to do so. Before typing in your research topic into the database, it is very important to click on Full Text. By clicking on Full Text, the resources that the database will give you will be the full article. It's annoying if you find a great article to use, but because you forgot to click Full Text, the article you're given turns out to be only the abstract. You will also want to click on Peer Review. If you see the words scholarly, refereed, or academic, these are the same as peer-reviewed. Clicking on peer-reviewed is helpful because that means experts in the same field have vetted the source. In other words, scholars with PhDs in that specific field the article is about have closely read the article, edited it, and made suggestions for any corrections in argument, evidence, sources, and even sentence structures. If the article's writer doesn't make those corrections, or if the article's writer made a lot of mistakes, especially in argument, that article does not get published. So peer-reviewed articles give you the most credible and scholarly accurate sources. You can refer to Blackboard for a handout from Purdue University on the differences of various types of articles. According to the handout, the difference between scholarly articles and non-scholarly articles is that scholarly articles have serious formats, are to inform, use terminology, jargon, and have a formal tone. Scholarly articles are usually written by or for scholars and researchers in that specific specialty. Non-scholarly articles are usually produced in a cheap format, contain simple and understandable language, do not cite sources of information, have an inflammatory, sensational tone, and have a broad audience. Whenever you use information from the TCC databases, it is extremely important that you correctly cite all of your sources in your essay. Also, make sure you correctly cite all of your sources in your work cited so you do not get in trouble for plagiarizing. I hope watching this video today helped you understand how to use the TCC databases. They will be a lifesaver when it comes to research work, from essays to short papers to larger multi-assignment projects. Remember, reach out to your professor if and when you have any questions.